All right, so there's a couple scenarios that are going to present themselves. All right, it's based on how much control you have over their posture and their ability to rotate. All right, so that posture control is dealt with a lot of times in these takedowns at work. Oh, let's turn this way. Stand up. By the grip I have on this gi. Okay, this grip on this gi is a means of posture control, but it also means of rotating. Obviously, posture control, but also turn to your left. Like it slows it down. All right. Now, obviously, it's not perfect on controlling his rotation. Turn back into me. Like obviously, he can rotate back into it. But if I was to maybe be on this side of him, it's really hard for him to rotate into me. And as he rotates away from me, I got some other means of control I can follow. But nothing's perfect. Okay. Everything has its weaknesses and drawbacks. On all fours facing the wall. So facing that wall. Alright, so you're gonna end up in situations, post this right leg out. Right about here. You got a leg. And you got here. Alright? A couple things are gonna happen. Alright? Let's talk about the harder part. Is if they square up and they get posture back. So if I'm right here and Michael starts building up. Build with your feet, please. This is going to happen right here. I recommend that you keep your control. This can happen where he just builds up from his base right there, or as you enter the takedown, because boom, he gets the hand, he comes back up. All right, he fights it off. There's a couple ways to finish this. Let's talk about two of them. One is a run the pipe. Run the pipe with a gi like this is actually very simple. For some people, run the pipe as like a mechanically confusing movement if you never worked a lot of wrestling. But with the gi, it's actually pretty simple because the thing that drops his hips to the ground is my hand right here and here. Whereas normally a no gi, as you move your feet, your bottom can't drop his hips down. That's the idea behind run the pipe. But with the gi, it becomes very simple. I'm taking him away from his base, so his base is over here. If I move him like this, he's into his base. But as I shuffle my feet and drop my posture down, this hand right here helps finish the takedown. And then from here, I recommend when you finish takedowns, always being heavy on them. Always being heavy. You want to think about like not overcommit yourself, but thinking about if he's going to stand up or get some functioning guard back, he wants his hips to get back a little bit. So I'm always thinking about covering him, even if it means smashing down into a half guard, because that is a good passing scenario if you can keep your hips flat and your body centered. So again, right here. I rotate my feet and pull them to the mat. Something else that can happen there is I get to here, pass the leg to the outside, and come up strong. When I do this, it's like I'm doing like almost like a pledge of allegiance. Like I want to be high. You can even do this if you want to. Take this hand right here and steer him towards it. Steer and block. Make sense? So if you want to, you can start right here, or go to quarters. Take this nearest grab here under the arm. Once this leg up. Start building up. And work the finish here. I recommend both. Running the pipe. Passing this leg the outside and being strong. Not down here. Like, take your submissions. Your submissions are stronger when you have a tight, close circle. Look how much I jack his knee up. Questions? All right, sir.
You're running the pipe that and it's on the collar. Are you driving that arm diagonally down your shoulder, or is it coming straight down or diagonally?
So when I do this, I'm focusing more on down.
It's circular.
Yeah, like I'm thinking about
So straight down.
straight down. Because I'm attached to him. Like people misunderstand run the pipe. Right? What most of the people do the most is they think that because you rotate them, you finish the takedown. But if they have a good base, we can do this all day. Okay? That's just a slight off balance thing. The takedown comes from me sinking his hips to the mat. So even without the gi, right? My pressure is downwards into his hip. That's what's getting me the takedown. Sometimes people break this down to like a few steps. 1, 2, down. but it's just as easy as also just shuffling your feet a little bit. So going this right here is more take us energy and going downwards because you're sticking the hoops to the mat. Air questions? Let's work on these finishes for you for a little bit, and then we'll add some more. 1, 2, 3.